Why force yourself to outshout the competition just to get your brand noticed?
You don't have to anymore. Welcome to Copy That Speaks.
Good evening and welcome once again to Copy That Speaks. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to go ahead and jump to our good friend Lee. Lee, we're going like this. We're going guest.
Hey.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Good.
I can't thank you enough. We had an absolute blast just a little bit ago on All Natural Being. And thank you. Where'd you come up with those gags?
I don't know. This is just the crap that goes on in my head all the time. You know, it just for some reason you let me do it here in a studio where other people can watch. I don't know.
No, it was great. I have to tell you, it was absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. Well, I'm trying to share this, so you know, in case you're wondering what's going on
okay.
here. So
that's okay. I'm just trying to get my earpieces on, so we're probably in the same boat. I think what happens is we were having so much fun, brother, with the. You have to admit that whole. The whole hair growing piece, that hair growth piece, that was great.
If you miss that, you're dead to me.
Why? All right, well, there you go.
Oh boy.
So I'm very excited this evening because we're going to attempt to do something that's never been done. Well, at least not on this show, Lee. It's never been done before. So why don't you fill everyone in? Because there are a lot of different things going on here to try to get this to all fall together. So why don't you give everyone a little bit of an idea? If you want to tease, you most certainly can tease our guest, or we can talk about, if you like, we can talk about some of the technological challenges that we had to pulling this off, and we hope we're pulling it off. Some of the technological challenges that we had to do just this show tonight.
Well, it was really only minor pain in the butt. It was
just a minor one.
Yeah, because it's just something we hadn't done before. So, So we have not done on this show, on Copy That Speaks, an international guest before.
Oh, wow.
Right. I know you mentioned Henry last night, but you know, I don't think he has been on called into Copy That Speaks yet, has he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has either.
No,
so,
I'm with you.
So this is our first international guest, and sweet lady. She happens to be from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
She said, okay, well, we can't get access to Skype. We can't get access to WhatsApp. So then she introduced me to this app called BotIM.
Oh, let me see. She might be coming in right now.
Cool.
All right. Well, if that's the case, we're going to find out here quickly. Hi, good evening. Welcome to Copy That Speaks. Who do we have? Hello? Can you hear us? Hello, hello, hello?
Hi, Ryan?
Hi, yes. Okay. We were just...
Finally, we got through.
Oh, fantastic. Sorry about that. Well, you know how Lee is. He can kind of ramble on, if you know that. But it is an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, Doctor. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. And Lee, I'll let you explain to the good doctor some of the hoops that we were jumping through to make this work. But we are absolutely thrilled to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, you're more than
glad
welcome.
to be part of the show.
Well,
thank you, Lee. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too long on it, you know, but there was definitely a challenge running BotIM to our board, and there was there's probably 15 calls back and forth between Brian and myself and probably some other people today. So I was on the phone with him about 2:30, and he went, let me try this, and he moved a cable, and it was like the sound of would you say angels pooing or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. It was bad.
I said that the other night.
Yeah, it was bad for sure.
So it all worked out, and then we were just like, oh, good, we are ready to go. We are fired up to have you on our show. So could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and your journey?
Okay, my name is actually Dr. Hanan Salim. I'm actually from the U.S. I grew up in the U.S. I'm from Jersey, with the Jersey accent.
Right.
I graduate. I'm actually not a medical doctor. I'm a clinical pharmacist. I graduated from St. John's University, Queens, New York. I worked in Manhattan. I worked at NYU Hospital, Bellevue Hospital, the greatest, the biggest pharmacies in Manhattan. Yeah, and I actually, it was a very exciting, wonderful time. And then, at one point, I got an opportunity here in Dubai, so I traveled here, and it was after 25 years experience in healthcare, I became the patient, and I had become very obese, 40 kgs heavier, and I developed serious conditions like precancerous cells in my ovaries, diabetes, fatty liver, all the good stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
You know how in the U.S. we say when it rains, it pours. Well,
Sure.
It was thunderstorms during this time in my life. So that's when I realized, okay, I ran to what I knew best, of course, which was healthcare, right? Medical
Great.
and all the wonderful drugs. And like I had all the stuff really available to me, with all the doctors that I were very good in this field. Did all the lab works, did all the, protocols, nutrition and everything. Nothing worked. As a matter of fact, at one point, I went from my cancer indicators went from 50 to 700. So yeah, that was alarming. So I decided, well, what next? What do I do? And then that's when I delved into alternative side. I became master practitioner in NLP, mindfulness, energy healing, hypnotherapy. It shifted a little bit. My self-esteem, self-confidence, but nothing that really reflected on my lab work. So that's when it hit me, why don't I combine the two, the best of both worlds that I know? And that's when things started happening for me. I lost 30 kg. We're in the U.S. Almost 66 pounds.
I was going to say, if you do the conversion, 66 pounds, that's great.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Thank you. I reversed all my conditions. I did an ultrasound, as a matter of fact, and the technician here said, my God, I'm, by the way, pushing 50. And the technician said that, oh, my God, you have the works of a 25-year-old. So it's working. This stuff is working. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I have to tell you two things that I wanted to say is, one, I wanted to apologize because when I sent an email back, my spell, that AI, that artificial intelligence, every time I tried to type in Hanan, it said Hannah. So
that is my nickname is Hannah. Yeah.
Hannah. Yeah. So I apologize if you thought, wait a minute, this guy, what a clown. He can't even spell my name right.
No.
But I would look down at my computer and go, no, I did not type that. How about, right? And then it would change. And then the second thing before I turn you over to Lee is that I really loved in your tagline, when you talk about healology and you said,
yes,
heal to health. The moment I read that, what it said to me was that health is your underlying state, right? If your immune system were firing, so it's not like you have to petition to one day be healthy. You're healing into your health.
Yes.
That is the normal operating system within the human body.
Yes.
And I thought that was really a great way of putting it. To heal to health, you've already got it. Kind of just like slide into it, right? Nothing to lose, nothing, just kind of slide into health. So I thought that was a great just so you know, I thought that was a great tagline.
Thank you, because that's actually the missing link that I found between when I was doing all the right stuff that I was supposed to do when I was going through the conventional side. And I realized that the missing link was the emotional side, that story behind the condition, that root cause, if you will.
Sure.
And if you get that tweaked and healed, that really opens many doors, and you're halfway to your health. Yeah.
Very cool. No, I the moment I read that, and I'll tell you a quick story, if I can, while Lee's getting ready, is that not too long ago when I was in the hospital, they have this chart in the States where they want you to assess your pain. Well, because they don't think you can give, everyone can give a numeric. 0 pain is a smiley face. Full-on smiley
Yeah.
face, green smiley face. Or 10 of the pain is the most gruesomely distorted red
Look.
face. So
Yep.
when I saw your logo, and I instantly said, well, that's just like healing into health. Because the
Yep.
underlying operating system, zero pain, is a smiley green face. Everything's groovy. Everything's great. And
Yep.
then you kind of slide out of health as you get further and further up the scale to pain. So those were the two things that jumped to mind when I see
It's
that
interesting.
zero, the green smiley face, and I see your
Mm-hmm.
tagline of heal into health. We just got to get out of our immune system's own way. Am I right about that?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all in the mindset. I really seriously believe that 95% of your condition is in the mind, because
Sure.
the body is the physical response to the mind.
Right.
So it's very important to get to the bottom line, the root cause behind it, which 99% is really stress triggers that you are not able to control. That's releasing those certain chemicals to the organs, creating those symptoms. I call it the brain organ mind conversation.
Sure. Well, I mean, that's a great way of looking at it too. I can tell you from I'm currently in the process of recovering from 4 brain surgeries, and one of the
Wow.
things that I've noticed is that if I'm particularly stressful, which is kind of hard for me, Doc, to be honest with you, because I don't take anything seriously. Right? Even when they found a golf ball sized brain tumor, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'll get there when I get there. So I take nothing seriously in life. But I will say to you
Right.
that on those days that I let a stress of some type get to me, the
Yes.
swelling is infinitely more pronounced at the wound site.
Of course.
I mean, no two
Of
ways
course.
about it. So I think you're right to talk about the conversation between the mind, the organs, or the brain, the organs, and the rest of the
mind.
body. Yeah, I
Yep.
think you're absolutely onto something there. At least as I see it playing out, in my own recovery. Lee, what are you working on over there? How about some questions? Anything that you're thinking of, sir?
I got a lot of things I'm thinking of, and what I'm thinking about right this second is that some of these could be chalk into rain. Some of them just kind of stay.
Can you check your mic for me, brother? See if you, yeah, your mic, is you got it on there?
Am I off?
Yeah, I don't hear you necessarily. Come in and try it for me again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing Lee.
Okay.
Are you hearing me at all, or just not very well?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, but it's a kind of in the distant.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just
Like you're way far.
move up my mic a little bit.
Do me a favor, and if we have to, Lee, we'll have you jump over here in a bit. Can you check for me the electrosonics over to your left, and make sure that you can see on the graphic? Do you have both of them batteried up? On the right hand side, there should be 2 signals of batteries.
Oh no, there's nothing now.
Okay, well, you go to on.
Yeah, I know it's all.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing anything, any bars, anything.
Okay, great. So here's what we're going to do. Hold on one second, Dr. Well, I'm going to go ahead and swap out a battery real quick, and then we'll get it. So hold on one second, please.
Sure. I'd love to hear one. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Hmm. So you want me to explain what I mean by realistic? Yeah. Well, with lifestyle conditions like the one I just mentioned, it's kind of like a trial and error when you go in through the conventional side, and there's no predictability really to or cure, if quote unquote, to any of these conditions. As a matter of fact, I went to a medical conference recently, and the statistics of diabetes from 2008 until 2007, there was 1 in 3 patients. And in 2017, it was 1 in 3 patients. So even though we have all the technology and all the advancement in healthcare and whatnot in medication, the statistics show that we're really not that advancing in the numbers and in the quality that we're getting back from all this advancement and research. So realistic for me is those numbers, because at the end of the day, I am a scientist. I come from a scientific background, and the numbers mean everything to me. And when you give me realistic numbers that reflect what we're doing in research and technology, that's not giving the results that we're looking for after so much research and stuff, I feel that it's more realistic. It's better for these conditions that if patients take over have some input into their healthcare and taking control over their condition themselves by certain tools and mindset changes.
Okay.
And I have to apologize, when I thought that was the side where I felt like you were talking about realistic.
Why am I?
Being able to take over in a way that doesn't take over your life, I guess, was how I.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So is that another element to it?
Yeah, because what I do is I call some my workshops here in Dubai, and I'm going to be running it online as well and through a membership portal. It's called 30 Minutes to Health. And I mean that because if you start just taking 30 minutes a day and implementing the customized information that I give you, which are quote unquote natural green prescriptions, which is our lifestyle changes as well as mindset changes. I call them mind and health hacks. If you implement those in your daily lives, then on an incremental, after a while, you're going to see your life and your health and everything making a shift on its own, and creating, by having that awareness of what needs to be done, the steps anyway.
When I heard this realistic thing, I made you think. And then, Lee, do me a favor, only because it says here I'm getting a full-on audio from you, but it doesn't seem. So let me just do. It doesn't seem very loud, but let me just work this for one more second. And as you're writing, what I was thinking about when I heard the word realistically, what it made me think of is that when you and I talk and we think about, let's see if that audio, Lee, I just switched you over to another channel. Will you try that audio for me?
All right.
Doc, how's that? A little better? Lee?
Hannah? Uh-oh.
Hannah, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you asking me?
Yes,
yeah.
I just wanted to see if you could hear Lee better.
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. We
All
can
right.
get through this.
Wait, no, I've got you coming through loud and clear now. So
Okay.
So one of the things that I thought about is when she said earlier about your immune system, and we talked a little bit when we said that, in terms of healing into health, I really,
right.
and then she said about realistically, I was just thinking about healing your real. Right, because it's real. It's inside of you. Your health is real. So healing your real,
I like that.
there's nothing to look for. There's nothing to run to. There's some things to lose. There's some things to pair. But healing your real that's just what jumped out at me, Lee. You know what I mean?
love
As she
it.
said, because it's already indigenous, right, Doc? It's already a part of you.
Yeah, innate.
Yes,
Yeah.
innate.
It's
Innate is a better
a-
word. Right, much better.
innate resources that we already are equipped with, but we don't tap into because we are reliant on outsources, things outside of us instead of looking inside.
Absolutely agreed.
All right. Well, okay. I'm just going to jump in here real quick and just say this because we've been doing the show for a little bit, and what we have discovered is that having Brian's mind and my mind together, we've got almost a whole one between us.
That is true.
So I'm actually going to integrate that into. We're actually working on a tagline for you for 30 Minutes to Health, right? Yeah. So,
I didn't catch.
oh, okay. So we're working on a tagline for you for tonight.
Yeah, that'd be
now
awesome.
for 30 Minutes to Health. So I was just saying, I'm actually going to steal what he just said. And this is why we've decided. Hannah, I don't know if you knew this, but Brian and I are actually taking on clients together now, where we're ping ponging back and forth to make our copy even better. For the
Amazing.
people that we serve, and it has been amazing just to see the back and forth of how this develops, and just the ideas that come from putting two crazy people in a room for a couple of hours, giving them a bunch of caffeine and sugar, and just letting it rip. So I'm going to continue working on that. I just wanted to let you know up front that I was going to steal that.
That's good. Feel free to steal away. I have to tell you, Doc, one of the things that I enjoy about talking to you is just your sense, your energy, but you have some skin in the game. I think you said you started at, did you say 40
Yes.
keys, 40 keys above what you wanted? You're down 38 or 30 some. So you really walk the talk, and that, you're healing into your health, and I think that makes your opinion invaluable, right? Because if you were always 2% body fat, if you were a decathlete, right, if you were always just physically a rock star, then people would go, so little about what I'm really going through. How
Right,
can you comment
right.
on it? But you've been there, you've done it.
Been there, done that.
Been there,
Yep,
done that.
yep.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right, and what's really the success, and anybody who's gone through losing the weight, or being obese and then being able to go back to healthy. The success of being healthy is not that you lost the weight; it's keeping it off and
Sure.
stay and keeping the journey going. That's when you're successful, because I'm sure a lot of your listeners as well are familiar with the yo-yo dieting,
Sure.
and trying to starve yourself, doing the exercises and the personal trainer and the fad diets and the diet pills and all that 9 yards and nonsense that I've done, but nothing was worked until I got to sitting down and realizing, okay, what was it that was creating this problem for me? And I realized that was after my dad's passing away.
Okay.
That he was my hero. He was the one who was always pushing me, doing better. And then when he passed away, like, I lost the fuel. I lost that bond that was really the instigator for me to do better, be who I am. And that's when I let go of my my health, my eating habits,
Sure.
my mindset, and just everything started piling on. And then when I woke up, and it's like, oh my God, look at this mess I'm in.
Sure.
Where do
Sure.
I go from here? So yeah.
Well, that's why I think a lot of people wake up, Doc, right? They wake up and go, look at the mess I'm.
When you're-
Hopefully they wake up,
Yeah.
right? Hopefully they don't
Yeah.
stay asleep their entire lives before it's too late. So that's why I think your advice is invaluable. I love the idea of healology, because
Thank you.
you're more than welcome. You walk the talk. You know exactly what some of us are going through. I think
Yes.
it's great. I think it's great. Lee, how you doing over there, buddy?
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. Oh, yes, Doc. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So at the time, of course, when I was going through my storm, I didn't think of, I was like, oh, wow, this is cool. I'm learning so much stuff. You're like, why is me, the why me story, or like, what have I done? Or blah, blah, blah. And then when I'm on the other side now, I was like, oh, I'm glad I went through this. Now I know the firsthand experience, I could actually help people knowing the stage they're at and what solution that they need at that particular stage, because I've been there. And like I said, I've done that.
Sure. All right, Lee. I see you frantically scratching away over there.
Okay. So yeah, I go. It's time.
okay.
We're running against the clock.
That's
All right.
okay. There
Well,
you go.
I'm. This is a collaborative process, and I love this. But let's see if we can get something at least as a starting point, and then we can take this offline to get it where you want it to be. So. Dude, I love Heal Your Real. I absolutely dig that so much.
Thank you.
And then, take back your health. Or no, that's it. Take back your life one thought at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like, but I'm inclined to just, now that I'm hearing it out loud, it just, Heal Your Real, take back your life.
Sure.
Is like,
Yes. Wow,
Sure.
that's really cool.
and the rest, I was trying to get too fancy with the rest of it. So, just so you can see the process of what goes on in this little thing.
That's.
But I like, what do you think, Doctor? You think Heal Your Real, take back your life?
That sounds really awesome. I like that.
Okay.
Actually, that really, that kind of like put on a light bulb there for me.
Cool.
Very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, because that's really
Yeah.
it's about more than getting back your health. It's about getting back, your energy, your
Yes.
your health and
Mind,
your energy, so you
your
can
focus.
your focus, so that you can get the best experience you can out of life. Because look, depending on what you believe anybody personally, you only get one shot, So why not make the best of it? And that starts with the best health, the best focus,
Right.
the best energy. And that's natural.
Right.
That's what, that's
Sure.
what you do for people.
And as I hear the two of you talking about when you say, and this is just me being me, right? But when you say get back to health, it still implies that there's something that you have to obtain that's outside of you. So I even like the reframe of go back to health.
Cool.
Right?
Yes.
That there was something it's been with you all, like everything you've ever needed, you've always had. Right? There was
Exactly.
So
Exactly,
going
yes.
back to health as opposed to getting back to health, going back to health and heal your real. Because disease isn't real. In terms of disease is inauthentic to the way the body goes, right?
Right.
Am I right, Doc? Is that what you're?
Yeah, your spiritual and your real DNA when you're born, it's perfect, and
Sure.
you're operating from that.
Sure.
So you're operating already from a perfect health. A lot of people are driving away from the disease when you're actually driving back to the original state, which is health.
Yes, that's why I think that heal your real and talk about, instead of getting back to health, going back to health is absolutely the way to go. Oh, Lee, I like that. Look at that. Talk about his hair's coming back to health, it looks like now as well. All right, Lee, final thoughts in that. We've got about a minute left, and I wanted you and the doc to catch up and have her tell us, if you would, how people can get a hold of her. She mentioned the class, those kind of things. So if you could wrap that into your discussion there at the end, this would be a huge help.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would step aside. Doc, thank you so much for coming on. Can you tell us,
Thank you.
can you tell our people how to get 30 Minutes to Health? That's a brand new program, right?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
it's everything's on my website.
Okay.
It's www.drhanan Salim SELIM.com. drhanansalim.com. Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, well, thank you again for coming on. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
I loved getting to know you.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience, and I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Not at all.
Yeah,
All right, Doc.
and we haven't lost sight of the fact that it's like 6:30 in the morning where you are. So,
I love you.
Thanks again for getting up early and
Yeah.
hanging with us. So, we're
Thank
gonna
you
let
so
you go,
much.
and we're gonna wrap this up. So, thanks again. Have a great day.
Thanks so much. We'll
You
talk
too.
to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Farewell.
Take care.
Bye now. All right, brother, I got to tell you a
Yeah.
little bit of a technical glitch there because who would have
Happens.
thought that our 45-minute show would have drained an entire battery, but it looks like that's what it did. But
Well,
we got back up and recovered there towards the end.
Apparently.
And
Yeah, with all my shenanigans, I
That's
mean, it's
okay.
hard to tell. It's draining on everything.
that's
you
okay.
know,
No, it's
so-
all, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. It's good.
So
It's good.
cool.
All right. So before we get ready to go, tell everyone how can they get a hold of you, brother?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Through LeeRowley.com, you know the drill. Go look at the thing. What I want to talk about is
Okay.
one. I am like just stoked for this 81 to win because,
thank you,
like,
brother.
dude, going through 4 brain surgeries, everything. You're calling me and being like, God, the headaches and the fatigue and the swelling and just all the crap that you've been through, dude. And like we got that surgery a month ago, a month.
My last month, 4
Yeah.
weeks ago.
And you're back.
Is it tomorrow? 4 weeks ago tomorrow? Wow.
Yeah, kicking ass, taking hubcaps, and you're going for the Guinness World Record for
Right.
the longest continuous radio talk show, whatever the heck
Thank
it
you.
is, which is 81
Right.
hours.
81 hours.
And that ends on St.
Patrick's Day, so the green hair will be helpful.
All right,
Thank you.
so there'll be
Yep.
green all around. So we are digging that. So first of all, kudos to you. So that's
Thank you
what
very much.
BrianBrody.com right now.
Right.
And we're working on developing Alex, I think.
Yeah,
Can we say that? Yeah, I
Sure.
think Alex
A3
and the
Innovation.
good folks at
Yep.
A3 are working on a website for 81 to win. So I'll have that done shortly. So then we can actually have Rick Astley have some place to go to when
Yeah.
he gets it. Yeah. So that we go. Okay, so here's a little thing. We're doing it T-shirts because we want Rick Astley. You know never gonna give you up. Yeah, we're that guy. We want him to call in at some point during the 81 to win radio show. So what we're doing is we're doing a We Roll with Rick challenge.
Okay.
We're getting T-shirts made with We Roll with Rick and the 81 to win logo and WeRollWithRick.com or 81 to win.com or whatever that is.
Okay.
And so if you want one of these T-shirts when they come out, one, go to Instagram and follow official Rick Astley. Okay, I'm told
Okay.
that's actually really him. Pop stars need love too. So follow him, like his stuff, pretend he's cool, whatever. Two, create a post in Instagram and call him out, tag him, and say, "Look, Rick, we want you to be on 81 to win with Brian Brody." And look, dude, the world's just going to stop turning on its axis unless you do this. And if you sing a song, even better. That'd be really cool if he could just. I don't know if BMG would allow that. Really, they might get a little cranky about that.
you
But
never
we
know.
can try.
All you
Maybe
can
we
do.
can get somebody from BMG to allow this crap.
All you can do. Well,
We're
that would
going
be
to
the thing.
try it. So the more people,
Right.
the more, because like right now it's just me doing it, and he just
Right.
thinks it's just some like weirdo in Ohio who's just like
Right.
does
That's just-
everything. Yeah, I'm
right.
lonely and
Gunning
and,
for an
and
order of protection.
disaffected. Yeah.
Looking to get hauled into
so-
court. Sure.
Right. Yeah. But if 1,000 people, if 10,000 people, if we get 1 million people to do that, we have a problem. But
We might all
so
have a
do
guest.
that. So Instagram post. Kiss his butt. If you want to put a picture of him on the post, whatever, with little, kissy marks or, hearts or
Sure,
whatever,
sure.
so much the better. Tag him, tell him to be on 81 to win, and be sure to use the hashtag We Roll with Rick because we want to roll with Rick. We don't want him to give us up. We don't want him to let us down, to run around, to desert us.
Okay.
We don't want him to make us cry. All right, we got to go.
Okay, well now everyone that's wondering, you guys are in the car yesterday. How did you, Bri? Tell us a little bit about the motivation that came to you when you created the hashtag Weirdly, WEIRDLEE. And I can't think of anything like the last 90 seconds that would help put you in the mindset of understanding what came to me after 4 hours in the car with this boy. Windshield wipers on high. It's snowing, right? It's just like there's no way to escape. There's no way to escape. So now you know where Weirdly came up from. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much to our guest, the good doctor, and we'll post. I guess we'll post here in the thread a link to all of her stuff. Lee, thank you for. I know Lee's already ready to nod off over there.
She
So
is. Man. I'm pooped, man. This has been a long night.
a
man.
long night.
I bet the doc's like, why did I ever get myself into this? I was like, let's pretend this never happened.
But you know know what was nice about it? We had a little glitch there, but we recovered, and she was very, very nice.
Oh, she is super
so,
cool.
Yeah,
I
she was
dig her.
really a good
Yeah.
person. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so very much. If you were with us earlier this evening at All Natural Being, Lee, I should thank you for tidying up. Thank you for the growth of green hair.
No problem.
And for being our live text. I'm telling you, that is the way to do it. If I could have someone in the studio, people text in and you write it out on the board, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
You called me an orangutan.
No, I said you were swinging back and forth like an orangutan. Maybe I thought I said trapeze. I could be. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Oh, you know what we can do now? Now that we got our iPad back, we can go like this.
Ooh.
Yeah, ready for this?
Yep.
All right.
Ow, 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 ow. Hot, hot, hot. Oh.
That's good here. That actually sounded like you recorded that right into it. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah, hot plate.
Yeah. There was a Cure
Hot
song
soup.
called Hot, Hot, Hot. You remember? Did you ever listen to The Cure?
No, thank God.
Oh, God. What do you mean, thank God? That's
That much
like,
time, we only
that's
got
like you would say,
13
catch me with that bow tie with a clip on. Then is
Oh, that's a
fighting
funny
words.
shtick. I don't care what anyone says. That's some good
You ever
shtick
ask
right
me if
there.
my bow tie has a
You
clip on
helping
it
me
again, we
tie,
are
and then you
going
get
to
behind
have
me, and then you put on a clip on.
problem.
That would be stellar. Talk about epic. It would be as Alex calls it. Oh, that would be sick.